Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? I love this tractor. I really, really do love this tractor. Right, we've done enough muck spreading and we've spread slurry over most of the map. We're not going to worry about doing the whole map because, quite frankly, it's just going to take too long. So, yeah, we've got a good portion of the map has now been covered with slurry, and I think we can safely say that we have done that task and we sort of dealt with a few issues that came up and we've had a bit of fun doing it. So, that's that bit done. I'm not going to worry about all the fence that are currently lying around broken, finished and everything else. And as you can see, I've carried straight on from yesterday's episode. So what we're going to do today is I'm just going to unhitch this slurry spreader here with all 593,000 litres of slurry that are still in it. And I'm going to drop that one right there. So what I want to do is I want to feed the animals and I want to make sure that they've got everything that they need in there. But we're not going to do that just yet. Now, at the moment, we've got 100% productivity, and the cleanliness is down, but everything else is looking pretty good. The productivity of the sheep is on 10%, but we know that anyway, that's not going to change. It's going to sort of stay roughly where it is, and we're not too worried about sheep. So what we are going to do is we are first going to go through the night. So if we can just fast forward through the night. Actually, I'm just going to go to 120 times speed at the moment. And while we're traveling through, while we're sort of getting through the rest of the night, my weekly question for this week. Now then, if we go into the shop a moment and we look at baling technology, I'm going to be combining the map. I'm going to start that next week, I hope. And once it's all done, we've got to bale up the straw. So would you like me to use the Heston baler right here? Now, this one here, you can change the design. But that doesn't really matter. It's the Heston baler is a bigger bale than standard, 6,000 litres instead of 4,000. Will you, or do you want me to use the standard square bales that came with the map, with the game, the standard round bales that came with the game, or do you want me to use the small square baler over here? It's your vote, it's your game. Head in the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. And just remember, I absolutely, and I mean this, I will not be... Ooh, it's dark. This is like proper dark. Like absolute proper dark. Let's have some light, shall we? Look at all this grass. Yeah, I'm not committing to any set amount of... I'm not committing to any set size of bale at the moment, any set capacity for the bale. I'll decide that when we get closer to the date, when we get closer to actually doing it, because I'm not really sure what's going to work out best. I probably won't vomit out millions of small capacity bales. I don't really think that's going to work very well, because all that generally does, it doesn't work like a cannon anymore. It just kind of launches them out the top of the baler. And so it kind of looks amusing, but we've played around with that a little bit, but it just doesn't have the same effect that it used to. Right, we are almost at midnight, so let's just see how much milk we got. 2.6 million litres of milk that we've got there, and we're about to sell all of it. 23.50, almost there. Right, as soon as we get through, we can go a bit faster. And $1.9 million for milk from 5,000 cows. That's actually pretty good. I think that I would like to, at some point, do a time-lapse series where I really ramp up the cows that I've got. That's not going to work on the one that I'm doing at the moment. It's just not going to work properly on Dowland Farm. And Sandy Bay is going to be the next one. Sandy Bay I'm going to be doing... No. Right. We're going to be spammed with that message. No more space to place new pallets of wool. We're going to be absolutely spammed with that until such time as we can remove some pallets. So we're going to have to go and do that. But I believe this one here will actually pick up the grass. So people have been telling me that it does pick the grass up. So what we want to do is, if I start it... No. People were telling me that this one does actually pick up the grass. Let's try putting that one out and then do it. Yes, it does. Brilliant. So what we can do is we can just drive down here and we can gather up all of this grass all the way down through. I wonder how fast it will pick it up. It does a really good job of it. This is excellent. So several people have told me that this thing can be used to do this. So we can gather up all of the grass like this, all the way down through, and then stop, and we just back up a little bit, we turn it off, and we can just empty out. It doesn't matter where we put it, just empty wherever we happen to be. So that will start tipping out, and it's done. Tipped out already, that was quick. So cleanliness is now absolutely fine. Grass has gone up a little bit. We will need to go and get some grass, but first we've got to deal with those pallets. They are going to cause us all manner of problems. So we want to go through, and that one is the one that I want to get. Do I have a trailer? No, I don't. I sold every single one of the trailers, didn't I? So the next thing we want to get is an auto-load trailer. So we've got the lorry here. So if we go and make this a bit bigger, we can then go F11 and jump this one down to the shop down here. And we can see about getting a auto-load trailer to just see us through. Where am I looking? I think actually they're in the bales. I think they're in the baling technology. So I just need to look through here. It's the UAL trailer, that one right there. The Transport Runner UAL. It's absolutely brilliant trailer. I love this trailer. I really, really wish that they would put the... We go for wide tyres on this one, I think. Bye. I really do wish that they would put auto load in FS19. I would love to see. I mean, there's a few different things that I would like to see. You know, something like being able to empty out seed drills, slurry spreaders, manure spreaders, and all that sort of thing. Being able to empty them like back into the pond and the manure pile and stuff like that. That would be really cool if you could do that. I'd like to be able to do that. I'd love to see that as part of the game. I can live without it though. The UAL, an auto load for bales, pallets and all of that stuff as standard. A couple of trailers with it. Not all trailers, or whether it's an additional option for all trailers. That would be so awesome. That really would, I think. And also a log auto load as well. I definitely want a UAL for logs as well. As standard with the game. It would just be a standard part of the game. It absolutely should be. I really can't understand why it's not. I would genuinely love to see that introduced into the game. It would be absolutely sensational. So that is probably the number one thing that I would like to see added to this game is a UAL. And a universal auto load for just as a standard option for trailers. And then the same for logging trailers. Any logging trailer comes equipped with a UAL script that you can choose to use or not. It'll just be one of the options that you can choose to use. And the reason being, so many of us don't actually want to mess around with these things. Now look at this. I go here and I go Z to change that to HD pallets. There we go. And then I just press X to load. And you back up and it starts loading. Look, see? How easy is that? How wonderful is that? How just incredible is it that you can just do that? You can just back up to them and on they go. There we go. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's like poetry in motion. It really is. So if I fast forward just a little tiny bit now, I'm hoping that it will have cured that. We'll go through to just after 1 o'clock. Yes. So now it's going to carry on putting down the wool and we won't have this constant error message coming up. So we can just stop right there. That's fine. And so what have we got? So we've got half on water. Water's doing just fine there. Liquid manure is already back up to 800,000 litres. If I was to play a time-lapse series, and instead of my plan for... because at the moment I'm sort of toying with the idea of, after Sandy Bay, doing something like a map where I do it as a logging map. Now I did ask this as a vote, and a lot of people said they'd like to see this as a time lapse. So start with the logging map and convert it into arable. So that's one thing that I'm seriously considering doing. The other thing I'm seriously considering doing is doing a big scale dairy farm, and I'm talking big scale. So almost the entire map would be dedicated to grass and getting these cows and dealing with the cows. And so it would be absolutely massive in scale. It would be nothing like I've done previously. It would be on a standard size map. I would not do it on a 4x map. I won't do a 4x map again, because even though I did enjoy playing Rattlesnake Valley, it was a lot of fun, I think ultimately it was too big a project. It was... You ended up not being able to complete tasks in 6 hours, and it ended up taking far too long to do each particular part of the map. and ultimately I felt that it sort of took away some of the quality of the time-lapse in general, and so that is something that I probably won't do again. I'll probably stick to single size, just standard size maps, rather than trying to go really, really big. Now, I'm deliberately not teleporting this with the load on, because I'm almost 99% certain that if we teleport it, the pallets of wool will get left behind. So we're going to drive this one over to the spinnery, which is down in the bottom corner of the map. And we can see, sort of, get an idea. I mean, we teleport all over the place on this one, and we go with, like, speed increase on just about everything. So we don't really get much of an indication of just how phenomenally big this map really is. We just don't. Not normally. Not through our normal style of play that we've now sort of developed as we've been playing this series. Once we sell this wool, we need to go back over to the farm and we need to do a bit of mowing. We've got those Amazon grass hoppers ready to go, so there's a couple of those. We'll get one of them going, and I did make a few tweaks to it, but I don't know if there's enough tweaks to it to sort of get some grass in there. We'll see. We'll see how that sort of patterns out. But we also need to do a little bit of TMR and stuff like that, I think. Let me just go through and take a look at our quantities. Actually, no. Water we need to do. Water's really easy. I mean, we could put a little bit of power food in, but generally it does seem to be all right at the moment for power food. So we can leave that for another day. We might actually just fast forward another day. Once we sold this wool, we'll start doing some grass, and then we can fast forward another day to take it on a little bit further, because I keep forgetting it's 3 days for the seasons mod, but for general play it's actually 6 days. It's actually, you can run for 6 days and load them all up, so it's not nearly so bad as when you're trying to play with the seasons mod. Now, I love the seasons mod, I really do, but the thing that really frustrates me about seasons is the 3-day thing. The 3-day thing really, really frustrates me. And it's really difficult as well. You've got all these different tasks that you want to do. Because in practice, it's not actually 3 days. You don't get to keep the thing for 3 days. It generally ends up being like 2.5 days. So you're constantly having to top up. Rather than doing one big blast of it, you constantly have... I mean, I realise that is a lot more realistic. That is so much more like it is in real life. And that is really good. I really do appreciate the fact... Oh, if you want... Oh, I thought it was like a great demand for wool all of a sudden, right just as we were turning up. I thought, well, that is the most amazing coincidence ever. And let's just go through. Really? Right, it doesn't sell... Oh, it does. Of course, I forgot now. It doesn't just like jump it down off of the vehicle. It doesn't like instant sell. It sells it litre by litre as you sort of sit there. So it does it very, very slowly. So we move like that. Which one is it going to start? Oh, it's going to start selling from the back ones. That's actually quite good, because then we can slowly reverse into it. The problem with selling wool is that it stays at the same price while you sell until... If you have even the slightest gap, if you like have just a millisecond between one pallet's finished selling and moving the next one into the sell point, the price drops. It's instant drop. There's one thing that I really don't like about the way that they've done the selling this time round, is that you've got to be able to keep it moving, and I really, really dislike the way they've done that. It's sort of, for me, it spoils the style of gameplay that I've sort of grown accustomed to. It really spoils it. It takes a lot away from the game and how you do it by forcing you to sort of do this. What you've got to do is you kind of got to line everything up and like slowly bulldoze them into the sell point so that they're moving at a steady rate into the sell point. And that, it's just wrong. I don't like the way that it does that. I don't even like that on unrealistic gameplay. I would prefer it if you had like just a couple minutes of window. So, you know... So long as you keep adding new things selling during that couple of minutes, it's alright. So you can have like a train of trailers. Rather than being forced to have one big trailer in order to sort of trick the system a little bit, you can have a long train of trailers. You can have like 6 trailers all in a row of small trailers. And so long as you get the next one tipping within 60 seconds of the first one being emptied, it stays on the same price. It's got to go a full 60 seconds without anything being sold for the price to then be adjusted. Right, we got $188,508 for the wool then, which wasn't too bad, I suppose. So yeah, that's kind of a few things that I would like to see for the future for this game. But for now, what we want to see is some grass. So if we want to... I don't know why I've still got that one. Should get rid of it. Right. This one here, what we do is we start loading like that, and then you start loading up the tanker as well. And you start unloading it, and then you start loading the tanker. And it runs down very, very slowly on the tanker. Because I've got... for those of you who haven't seen previously, this is the water fill point here, and this is a placeable water sell point. So all I've done is I park this one up next to it, and I start emptying the full container into the water there, so you can see that the water will start going down, and then I immediately start filling it up again. And it empties a little tiny bit faster than it fills up, but it's very, very slow. So this will just keep running water now into those the water supply point, for a very, very long time, and it should fill up most of this water. It'll do a good chunk of that anyway. So that's that bit taken care of. So the next bit that we want to do is we want to go this way, and we want to get one of these grasshoppers. That one there. Where's the other one? I think the other one's still inside, so we'll use this one. Put that one out. Start it up. Now, I did make some alterations to this so that for every litre that it cut of grass, it would turn it into 100 litres inside the machine. And I don't know how well... I mean, it is getting a lot of grass in here. It is pulling in an awful lot now. But it's still not quite as effective as I'd like it to be. So I might have to play around with this a little bit more at some point and try and get some more grass on here. But, I mean, I really do like this thing anyway. It's absolutely fantastic. And you know how I tweak and modify all of the different mods that we use for this game to try to bring things that are a bit more interesting, to speed things up, the wider capacity and everything. At the moment, I've just been doing working widths and adjusting the capacities and stuff like that. I am going to start trying to actually stretching the models like these headers have been done. Now, these headers have been stretched. You can see that by the wheels. The wheels are elongated. I'm not going to start rebuilding models because that is like a really long, drawn-out process. To actually build the models themselves takes a huge amount of work, which is why modders should be respected. You know, if you're gonna tweak and alter mods, by all means tweak and alter as many mods as you want, but never ever release them. Never release a mod that you've tweaked and altered as your own work. It's just disrespectful. Now, some people think that it's okay to tweak a mod, re-release it without not releasing it somewhere we get paid, but releasing it on a free to release site, and in order to share the alterations but maintain the original credits, and other people don't think that that's acceptable either. So that's kind of a constant argument going on in the whole Farming Simulator community about whether tweaking a mod and keeping the original credits and then re-uploading it, not for profit but just to share the tweaks as well. Some people think it's okay, some people don't. It's an area that is fraught with tension and frequent arguments and all kinds of things. So I'm not getting involved with that. And as a rule, any mod that I alter, I don't share. I don't re-upload, I don't share. If I've altered the mod, I'm not going to share it. If you want to alter the mod yourself, feel free, go right ahead. And I think that it is quite acceptable to go and alter a mod for your own enjoyment and for your own use. So that's what I do. And I'm not going to actually start rebuilding the models, but I do think that I might try and start sort of stretching the models a bit. If I could do that, if I could sort of figure out ways to do that, just sort of combined with what I've been doing with the mods so far, I think it could be quite interesting. I mean, it's going to look very weird if you've got like a baler going along with a really stretched, wide pickup. It's going to look strange. It's going to look absolutely bizarre. But I might be able to get it to work. I might be able to get it to do something at least. So it sort of gives you a visual to see where the edges of our pickups are, rather than just sort of carrying on doing what we've been doing. And I think it could be alright. I think it could work. It's certainly going to be a slightly different approach to things. Now, some people have actually suggested that I should come in here and I should mow a little bit, and mow a few bales, mow a little bit, and then get the conventional baler in here with standard conventional size bales, bale up a few grass bales, then modify the XML like I've done previously with the bales that we've already got, and change them all to 4 million litres. So I will probably actually do that. It would be a lot easier than just doing this. So I'm not going to do this very much more. We'll just do a little bit more. There we go. Right, there's probably enough mowing now. We don't want to do too much of this. It's just going to end up getting boring, isn't it? If I go there... Actually, I'm going to do a little bit more mowing up through here just to gather up all of the grass. You go really fast on this. This is cool. Right. That's far enough. Okay. That's that one done. I can empty that one out. 308,000 litres of grass going in. Grass is currently at 9%. And now it's at 23%. That's actually pretty good. That's reasonably impressive speed that it gets through that. So let's move this one out, and we'll put this one over here somewhere. There we go. That's far enough. And then we go back to this last one, and we'll move this one out as well so that the grass can start filling up inside. And then we'll come through and deal with that in a minute. So what is in here? I think this is actually the milk point. I think you can collect the milk from here, and then you can take it and you can sell it. This is the milking parlor here, and it's an automated one. And you basically what they've done is they've taken the standard milking parlor model that has been shipped with the game, the Lely milking stuff, and they've just basically added in a load of extra ones. There's a cow in there. There's actually a cow in there being milked. I did not expect to see that. There's one over there. Is that... Oh, it's just a standard model. I did wonder if maybe the cows sort of done so that they would walk through or not, but I don't think they do. Right. We've got water. That's filling up. We've got enough grass to keep us going. Silage and power food are okay for now, I would say. So the next thing I want to do, I'm not going to worry about those fent. Actually, I think I will. I think I will take one fent. We'll take this fent right here, and we're going to use this one. So let me teleport this one. We'll take it down to the shop first, and I will sell this Marshall spreader because I've got no use for it anymore. And then we'll do the last thing that I wanted to do today, which is have a little play around with that fertilizer. Now, we're not going to have time to do a huge amount of playing around with fertilizer, but we are going to be able to do some of it. So let's just park that one there and go and sell this slurry tanker just a moment. There we go, and get rid of you. Right. Now we can leap into the tractor, and we can head on up the road. I don't like the really poor turning circle on it. I can't see the advantage of it. I mean, I love the tractor. The tractor is fantastic. And the driving of people around here is not good. But at least we go fast enough that we don't sort of get catapulted around all over the place. So let's just drop that one there, and we come over to this tractor. Are we going to be able to move? I don't think we are. We can go backwards with it, but we don't seem to be able to go forwards at all. So let's just unhitch that trailer, and the trailer can stay there. And we can bring the tractor over a minute, and I vote that we stop right here. Because of the way that I altered the weight ever so slightly on this tractor, it's you can see that it's pressing into the road a little bit, and we're about to get sideswiped, rear-ended actually. And it's not even lifting the tractor off the ground. It's because it's so solid, because I made it so heavy. It's sitting right there. But you can see it's actually put some pressure onto those tyres. It's actually squashing the tyres into the road a little bit because of the increased weight that I put on. And I really like that. I love the way that the animation is working on those tyres. That is absolutely fantastic. That's brilliant. Ooh, there we go. There's another one. There doesn't seem to be any coming from this way. Oh, there's one there. So let's just park here a minute. And yeah, because of the weight, it doesn't respond properly with turning. Let's go this way. And see, it's absolutely not going to flip, is it? It probably will if I can... Nope. Okay, that's brilliant. That's just driving up the road. And it didn't actually do anything at all. Let's try this again. Go on, one more. We can at least... It's just not going to take this tractor off the ground, is it? It's made with lead tyres. It's like playing... It really is. It's like playing Dodgems. Okay, this is really cool. I should have done this previously. I definitely should do this more. That is absolutely like playing Dodgems. It's just not going anywhere at all. That is brilliant fun. Right, we'll do some more of that another time. I want to get this one. And I want to get this trailer hooked on. Look, see, I cannot see that it's going to be advantageous to have such a poor turning circle on this tractor. And I've been told that it is actually the real turning circle for this tractor. That is actually what it is like. you know, in the field, yes, but when you're in the yard and when you're trying to do some work with the machine, surely that's got to be like really frustrating. Surely it's got to hold you back more than anything else. I just can't see that it's going to be beneficial in any way. Right, we have a swimming pool. We have a fence around it that we can't get through, but we have a little bit of fertilizer here. I'm sure we'll be able to do something so that we can get into the pool, and that is what we're here to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to back up the fence, and we're going to try and tip a little bit of the fertilizer right there, and hopefully this tractor is probably not the best one for this job because of the poor turning circle of the tractor and the really short base on the trailer. It means that it's not going to allow me. It's going to be very easy to sort of lose control of where the trailer is actually moving to. So just go forward a bit and try tipping here. Is it going to let us tip where the swimming pool is? It's not letting us tip. Alright, we'll tip there. We can tip there, but can we tip actually in the pool? This is going to be the thing. We want to be able to tip in the pool. It's not allowing me to tip in the pool. Now, I think actually this tractor is just too weak and seedy to do this job. I don't think it's going to be able to do it. And also, I'm not even sure that we're going to be able to tip in this pool anyway. It's not letting me tip anywhere there. No. I think that we might have to go for option 2 here. And option 2, I don't think we're going to be able to do option 2 with this tractor. So what we'll do is we'll unhitch that one. And we'll move this one on over here a little bit. And we'll stop. Then we will go and let's go up through here. We've got a tractor sat right there not doing a lot. So we'll grab that rolling and we'll bring that one down. If I start it up. Bring up the map and we want to drop that one down just there next to that one. Wrong side of the fence. Look at that. Okay, let's try moving this one just the other side of the fence, which is about there. There we go. And bring the map down. Right. We can use this one. I'm hoping that we can get into that swimming pool. Now, we could get. I'm certain that we can get into the pool. I'm absolutely certain that we can get into the pool without too much trouble. Because we've got a little bit of a ramp there. So if we can get in there, we can then hopefully tip out while we're inside. But I got a feeling that we're not going to be able to. I got a feeling it's just not going to let us do it. It's going to be a no-tip zone, isn't it? And over we go. Oh, no! No way! Okay, we're sort of... Actually, I might even be able to back out of here. I wonder, if I do tip anywhere right there, what's it going to do? No, I am absolutely... Oh, no, it's moving. Is it going to let me get out of here? It doesn't look like it. Right, I'm going to try teleporting with the trailer on anyway. We have been able to do this previously, so I'm sure it's going to work. And we'll go... Actually, I just want to go over a little bit, don't I? We'll go there. Right, that's worked just fine. There's no problems with that. So we'll do a little bit more tipping. If we can tip out just a little tiny bit more, then we can... Hopefully, so the ramp is just going to be built up a bit more. Go on, go forward a bit. There we go. Right, so we've tipped a bit more. And we've gotten hopelessly stuck. That's absolutely not moving anywhere, that isn't. Okay, so we're going to have to move again. If I do that, and all I need to do is just push it. Actually, I just want to go forward a tiny bit, just like that. Okay, that was no good there. Let's try moving over this way. Let's try that. And we back around, so we come back up to it, and we'll back up the ramp. If I can reverse up there. There we go. Reverse up that ramp. Go on, reverse, reverse, reverse. Whoa, 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 too far. There. Now tip out. Should raise us up a little bit more. There. And I think that might be enough now. Hopefully now we'll be able to get a flying jump straight into the pool. So if I can tip there, I'm right up in the air. No, that's as much as it's going to let us do it. Last chance now, because we have run out of time. My question for this week is, what bale would you like me to use? What baler would you like me to use when we come to bale all of the straw after harvesting this map? Do you want me to use the Heston baler, the biggest one? Do you want me to use the standard square bale that came with the map? Do you want me to use the round baler, or do you want me to use the small baler? It's your vote, it's your game. Head in the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why. And of course, don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. And the water is still going. Just go back up through and take a look at that. That water is still going. If I was to do like even just like 2,000 cows on a time lapse, I think that would be a real challenge. It would definitely be an absolute challenge. So I think for the final time lapse series, it'll either be like the logging map, or it'll be something like a big map of cows. Right, we've done it. We've got through. Well, we're in here. Can we tip? Please let us tip. No, we cannot tip in the pool. It will not let us tip stuff in the pool. We can't do it. It's not allowing us to tip out in the pool. That is genuinely disappointing. Of all the things I've seen on this map, this is the single most disappointing thing that I have yet seen. I really don't like that. That's genuinely upset me. I mean, yes, we are in the pool, and that does look actually pretty cool, but yeah. I wonder if I can get right back into the pool. I'll just go a little bit further. I know the tractor's got plenty of oomph to it, so it should be able to just push it back, but it's the angle of that trailer. Don't think it's going to do it. Okay, we're going to try it once more. We're going to go back out, and we're going to try just going a little bit slower before we hit it, so that we can land actually in the water. I want to be in the water this time. Or where the water would be. Where the fertilizer would be if it would let us tip. It's just not fair. So if we were doing, I think about 50 miles an hour would be about right. We'll just go like that. There we go. Yes! Oh, that was so close. That really was. That was almost perfect. Go on, go on. Yes! We're in the pool! We are in the pool. Ladies and gentlemen, we are swimming with our tractor. That is absolutely brilliant. We're swimming with the tractor. We can't tip in here, unfortunately, but we are swimming. So, I mean, look, see, I can try tipping again, maybe in a different spot. No, it's not going to have it. But we're in the pool, at least. We do have that going for us. So, if you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And I'm just trying to decide where I should put this now. I'm just going to leave it here for a minute. I think we're just going to leave this one in the pool just for now, and then we'll do something else with it another time. So, until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.